This is AI/ML machine learning series. In this video, focus is given on data extraction using machine learning managed service of AWS Textract. Amazon Textract is a service provided by Amazon Web Services, AWS, that makes it easy to extract text and data from scanned documents. It uses machine learning algorithms to automatically recognize and extract text, forms, and tables from documents in various formats, such as PDFs. In this video, deep dive is done on a business case. Next, solution overview will be looked at detailing the services involved. Following this, architecture design is explained in depth, covering the kind of document and the code that will be used. Finally, a hands-on demo will be done. Okay, here is the business case. A company has a requirement to process personal identification documents, gather details from documents, and store gathered data in a database for retrieval when required. Company needs serverless AI/ML offering from cloud providers to achieve this solution. The focus here is on data extraction from documents and serverless solution. Let's dive in. Now let's deep dive on the solution. Complete solution is aimed at serverless implementation. Let's explore AWS Textract Managed Service for this requirement. AWS Textract detects text in documents, JPG, PDF, and outputs data as all raw text or as form data or as table data or response data for a specific queries. Supplying a specific query and getting a response is a very apt solution choice. A storage location is needed to collect the documents. AWS S3 bucket will be used to collect the identification document. AWS S3, or Amazon Simple Storage Service, is a scalable object storage service provided by Amazon Web Services. It's designed to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web, offering highly durable and available storage infrastructure. A compute service is needed to orchestrate the flow. AWS Lambda is chosen for this purpose. AWS Lambda function will be triggered whenever a document is uploaded to S3 bucket. AWS Lambda is serverless compute service, which can be used to execute codes, Python, Java, .NET, Node.js, without creating any backend infra. Python code will be used in Lambda to call AWS Textract API, supplying document location and the query. A deeper look at the Python code is done later in this video. AWS Textract will respond with raw data and query responses. Returned query responses are captured and updated in an AWS DynamoDB table. AWS DynamoDB is serverless NoSQL DB service. Okay, let's explore further. This is architecture design diagram. Let's see the flow. First, user uploads a personal ID document in AWS S3 bucket. Second, AWS S3 bucket triggers AWS Lambda function whenever a document is uploaded. Third, AWS Lambda function calls AWS Textract service, supplying document location and queries to extract data and gets the response. Finally, AWS Lambda function inserts the extracted data into AWS DynamoDB table. Result of AWS Lambda function execution result. An output could be looked at CloudWatch log group, which could be used for troubleshooting and fine-tuning. Okay, now let's look at how documents are analyzed. For this solution implementation, dummy Other ID document are used. AWS Textract supports supplying queries. Its machine learning model is intelligent enough to capture appropriate data, as shown in the diagram on the right. This query, what is the name? Will extract the name text from the document. What is the date of birth query? Will extract the date of birth text. What is the gender? Will extract the text for gender like male or female. What is the ID number? Will extract the identification number at the bottom. Here is the complete workable Python code, used in AWS Lambda function using AWS Textract to extract data from document, using queries and updating the data into DynamoDB table. Code is explained in 3 parts. In this first part, AWS S3 file upload event trigger is captured in event function variable. AWS Textract Service API is referenced in variable client using Bodo 3 AWS SDK library. From event variable, location of the document in AWS S3 is gathered and stored in variable image. In the second part of the code, analyze document function of Textract is called with image location and the queries for which data to be extracted. Response is captured in response variable, which will be used later. In this final part of the code, AWS DynamoDB service is referenced using DynamoDB variable and table name is supplied. From the response variable, the queries and its extracted data are stored in a dictionary variable, table data. Extracted data is now inserted into the DynamoDB table against respective key in the table. Now, this completes the code part, where relevant data is extracted from document and updated in the database. This meets the business requirement that was discussed at the start of this video. Now let's move on to the demo to understand this solution implementation better. This is covered in the second part of this video. Please subscribe and click on the bell icon to receive latest updates from our channel.